buying and selling. Whatever is the last displayed square on the diagnostic tool, no matter the phasing option selected, will be what is in this column. The next thing we'll need is a filter where I can highlight smaller squares in the column once it is built. I need to get this shit coded in.
You talking to Claude?
Fuck. I forgot to add the fucking screenshot. I want to make sure you're asking before. I forgot to add the screenshot. You can re-ask your questions now. I haven't read what you wrote. On the right of your existing grid with the IM column, the leftmost narrow let's see, we got okay. You mentioned the sequence as 3 2 7 10 5 3 5 3 1. The sequence in reality, with the way the column would be constructed, would be 10 at the top at 34.50 the price, 7 below that at 34.25, 3 at 34 even, 5 at 33.75, 3 at 33.50, 5 at 33.25, 1 at 33 even. That would be the actual order. All you're doing is sliding those specific squares to the right. And keep in mind the diagnostic tool is unchanged. This is a completely new column that goes directly to the left of the IM column, to the right of the arrows. in the heat map that has all the ones in the column that are blue currently being displayed gets moved over to the left, as well as the arrow column gets moved over to the left to make room for this new column. That also means where the diagnostic tool is printing has to get slid over to the left because we have to make room for this. Let's see your screenshot reading. I'm attaching the same screenshot, but I've labeled the heat map, the IM column, in column 1 to give you some form of reference. Wait. Fuck, this is a new chat, which is not good. Give me a summary of what we talked about. I need to put this in a different quad chat. Wrong fucking chat. Added a new column that mirrors the last rightmost newest diagnostic scores per price row. Let me confirm the spec. My understanding, for each row, the column shows one cell containing the same value color style. Yes. Your assumption on phase one with many trades or any phase with closed scars plus active tail, only the newest one is mirrored. If a sell or a price does get consumed, such as the red 7 in the screenshot, then the next cell that would take its place is the blue 1 directly to the left of it horizontally. So whatever the freshest cell is on the horizontal level per price, or the rightermost, the rightmost cell on the diagnostic tool is essentially getting, quote, slid to the right to form the new column. Your understanding and the logic is pretty good, however. Layout from left to right, existing diagnostic. The existing IM does not need to shift. This column will go just to the right of the arrow column. However, the arrow column, the heat map, and the diagnostic tool all need to take a shift to the left. This specific column needs to have the ability to be toggled on and off, just like our original columns 1 through 10. I'm also not sure, but the IM column needs the ability to be toggled on and off as well. The code has some logic to where columns 1 through 10 that we originally first built, when they would be toggled on and off, oh, fuck. Everything slid to the right. That same feature needs to be on the IM column as well as this new one we're building. We're going to call it the low node column. Toggle show hide. Before I build, 2 clarifying questions. You're going to extend the yellow tracker box that the IM column and the columns 1 through 10 have on top of this new low node column. Assuming there is no box that has come in on the diagnostic tool, then there will be no sell for that specific price on the column. Hopefully this is answering your empty rows question. Okay, so the layout left to right, diagnostic tool squares, shifts left when the low node column is added, heat map column shifts left, arrow column shifts left, meaning the green red triangles plus red blue outline arrow boxes. The IM column doesn't shift new load. Node column sits immediately. No. On the layout, the low node column sits immediately to the left of the IM column. You are wrong. And it also sits to the immediate right of the arrow columns. Your toggle behavior logic is correct. Here's the newest rightmost diagnostic entry at the price, newest, the latest, still visible entry in the diagnostic list. Taking the current merge mode into account, phase 2 might show a close scar if that's literally the rightmost at price. Phase 3 shows the active healed tail. As far as the phasing logic goes, all three phases have the same logic being applied to where whatever the freshest rightmost cell is on that specific price is what is being displayed in the column. So phase 1 could be a blue 2 at 34.50. Since phase 1 combines some of the cells, that blue 2 could be a blue 4. So if that is the freshest cell on the diagnostic tool on the rightmost side at the price of 34.50, then that is what will be displayed. If we are on phase 3, it could be a red 3 at the same exact price. That is what will be displayed. Seeing how the different phasings can give us different numbers on the rightmost cell on the diagnostic tool. Same value, color. yes, you're going to have the same color, the blue and the red. You also need to apply the same heat mapping logic. You pick. Thing how I would like the diagnostic cells to glow the same intensity as whatever's in its column to keep uniformity. If you one detail I need the newest price when I do not want any aggregation at all. The rightmost cell. Refer to the screenshot I sent you where it has the blue 10, the red 7, 3 blue, the 5 blue, the 3 blue, the 5 blue, and the blue 1 with the yellow arrows pointing. It must be the rightmost square. No aggregation, no adding of any of the rows at all. This is what it's been. This is why it takes fucking so much time to do this shit. But it'll probably spit out perfect code right off the rip. Lay out the diagnostic tool square, shift left. Heat map, shift left. Arrow column, shift. The new low node columns. Yes. 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 Low node cell content per price. Whatever the diagnostic shows there, same number, no aggregation, just mirror. Phase 1, 2, 3, all same heat map. Dude, this is perfect.
You figured it out?
Well, I mean, it's all about prompting the fucking thing correctly. So I need to get this prompt in.
Mm.
It's building it, and then I want to have it adjust my arrows for the low nodes, and then I'm good to go. Well, I need to get the stock data updated. This tool is. I mean, I probably spend just as much time prompting as somebody would actually coding the fucking shit.
Yeah. I could see it.
Like, somebody could copy what I built, but it's going to take them days. Hopefully it spits it out correctly. We'll see. I need to actually remove the tool from Sierra. You also don't want to like overdo it with images. You want to try to explain. Yeah, this thing's sitting at 3,100 lines of code.
Sheesh. You've been busy.
Oops. Remove. Build 10.
On two winning trades in so far.
What, low nodes or something?
Yeah. Using high nodes as defense. Reclaim advantage also really helps.
The what?
Reclaim advantage.
Oh, please work. Wait, what did I do?
The third one there.
That's heat map. There you are. And that's raw. We don't want raw. It's phase 2. This is looking pretty correct. Yes, sir. There it is. The build looks perfect and is doing exactly what I needed to do. Now we need to make a modification to the study. I need to have a filter built in so I can filter out specific numbers. For example, if I put in a 15, I would like arrows to be drawn in the arrow column on everything that is 15 and below, unless the cell is completely blank. With that being said, the arrow logic that we currently have in the arrow column needs to be completely adjusted to be able to handle reading this function. Let's see. I ain't good now. I'm fucking freezing up. This thing only has a 6 millisecond. Oh, wait a second. We're having a little bug. The arrow logic that we currently have will be basically the same in the sense that green arrows will be above the yellow box where we're currently trading, and the pink arrows will be below the yellow box where we're currently trading, and no arrows will be displayed where we're currently trading where the yellow box is. You will also keep the same logic with the best bid and best offer showing up in the arrow logic. In fact, the entire arrow column has the same logic, except for instead of tracking columns 1 through 10 like it was originally programmed for, it will be tracking 15 and below by default on the new low node column. And this is moving a lot.
This is working spectacularly well today.
What is?
The high node, low node pullbacks. I'm already done trading. I switched to sim, but even my sim trades are working really well today.
Current arrow logic. Yes, 16 and above do not get arrows. However, having the ability to have that option to add potentially thousands of numbers in there is important, seeing how if I use this on stocks, 1,000 shares is really a small amount of size compared to futures. But you're right, 15 and below is what is going to be marked out. The buy or sell doesn't matter. Just like the original logic. That's not true. The buy or sell does not matter. It is logic strictly built on is the low node the node or square below 15 or 15? If so, an arrow is plotted there and remains there until the current price touches. This new logic does not have any group base shells or shell based grouping that you're asking, nor does it have any aggregation. It is just simply, is there 15 or below at this specific price? If that's the case, there's an arrow plotted. As far as the logic goes, the logic should be shifting between this current logic we're talking about in this moment, or it could be toggled back to shell grouping. So the toggle switch can say shell as one of the options, or we can toggle it to low node as the other option. Now the low node toggle must be attached to the newest low node column we built. So these arrows must be attached to this newest column we built. It cannot be attached to anything else. So as far as the toggle goes, I'm open to opinions. Okay, good. Toggle approach makes sense. Let me... Right. Sales and low node. If below pink arrows. Hiding the column should kill the arrows. No. The arrows should still be drawn whether the column is there or not. An arrow price stays. If the current price leaves the box again and there happens to be 15 and under, then yes, the arrow will pop back up. The bid-ask boxes are unchanged. So yes, the arrows do draw when the low node column is hidden. And yes, the arrow comes back assuming that specific cell is meeting our criteria.